Count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now Cook. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
56, right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On second down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Taking it about the 36. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
52. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the 1st as another kickoff is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 41.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Check 26, check 26, check 3, check 3.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
41 Mike. R52. Fellas, let's set a tone. Check 13. Check 13.
Allen going to change this at the line.
Rush in.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Check 41. Hey, check. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Motion.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the draw, here's Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Hey, watch the slam.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Taking it right down Broadway.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone, it's a former defender, you know it.
It hurt. The laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1.
SOS.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 42.
Whip. Watch the whip. 95.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Showing alert.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Watch the slant. Hold up. Hey, Mike's 42. I got one. Mike's 4-2. Hey, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Here we go. Double tight.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on now, let's go. Hey, 42's the mic. Here we go.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
We got double up, double up, double up, double up.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
42, Mike 42.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, alert. Mike 42.
On first and 10, it's Wilson.
I got you.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
I got it. Listen.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Crunch time, defense.
Now it's Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to at least get one score back. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start. With still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 6-yard line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Cook up the gut. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
Mike's 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
defense. Let's go.
Two's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On first down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Watch two. Watch two. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. Check. Two's the mic. I got him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike, two. Watch two. Hey. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Two's the mic. You go night-night. Time to go night-night.
Wilson.
Wild Bill.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Spot that.
Together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. Check. 42's the mic.
Throwing is Wilson.
Rip left.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Mike's 42.
Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Alert flare.
They run the counter with Cook, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards.
We got 4.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
At the 2-yard line.
Watch safety.
Cook.
Check safety. Check safety.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
4 down. Zebra. 4 down. 42's the mic, boys. 42.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
42, Mike, 42. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Alert.
Shit.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. Here's 2nd and 3.
Left hash. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Push him back. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the line.
Here's Wilson to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Watch the pass. 2's the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 2. Mike 2.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook.
He's got room past the 30.
And all the way up to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They'll try and wind down some clock. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. dancing away at the 35.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
50, 56. Check 56.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Kill.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
163 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. Hey, watch the pass.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. All go special. All go special. Mike, 2.
Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tight right, tight right. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 2, Mike 2. Let's go, 14.
Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2.
To throw is Wilson.
That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Drop deep, drop deep.
Front it, front it, front it.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Power watch 1.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They try again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Bills, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.